my name's Ian. I represent Fireward, which is the UK agent for Reacton. And what we do, we supply, fit, install, service and maintain all Reacton fire suppression system in the UK. Today we're going to show you the difference between the dry agent and the wet agent to simulate the differences between the two agents, and the reason why we use powder for the knockdown, which puts the fire out, and the reason we use the wet agent for cooling and potential of reignition. And what I mean by that is the dry powder will obliterate the fire in seconds. The wet agent, if it hits the fire directly, it will put that fire out, but it's very, very directional. If a fire is here and the wet agent hits here, it will not put the fire out, but wet powder will, dry powder. And we'll simulate that today. So I'll set some fires inside the chamber, we'll shut the doors, we'll let them burn for a few seconds, and then I will simulate the burn and the burst with the pneumatic tubing. So now both fires are burning. This side has the wet agent and this side has the dry agent. Once the detection tube bursts, it will simultaneously release the valves, releasing both agents, and you'll see the difference between the two effects. So I'll simulate a burn. So the tube bursts, the pneumatic tube, and it's released both agents. Now you'll see straight away, the dry powder side, both fires are out. The wet agent side, there is still one fire burning. Now that is still releasing. The dry powder will exit the cylinder within 2 to 3 seconds of activation. The wet agent will take anything up to 40-50 seconds to deploy, and that is because we use it as a cooling agent. So it's still spraying across the cooling side. Once we've opened the chamber's doors, I'll explain the reason we do that. So, dry powder side. Fire straight underneath, hidden fire, all out within seconds. This side, the hidden fire, what's not directly underneath the nozzle, is still burning. That's why we use the wet agent as a cooling element. So when we fit it inside a chamber of a loading shovel, a mobile crane, any fixed plant, shredder, mobile plant, we'll use the wet agent and strategically aim their nozzles at major heat sources. Turbo, manifold, hydraulic pump, anything that will generate lots of heat. So as soon as the fire starts, the powder puts it out, and then the wet agent is aimed directly at major heat sources, which keeps the fire out and stops reignition. Because if we only used wet agent and not dry, that fire's still going. And there's nothing that will put that out. So if you look at this side where the foams come out, you can now touch that even though that's been on the fire. And that's because of the cooling agents of that wet agent. But like I said, it's very directional. So if you've only got a wet agent system, it will not get hidden fires. Thank you.